All right, and welcome to Fast Break Breakfast NBA podcast. My name is Keith, here with the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hey now.
This is not a video podcast yet. Chuck is here. Chuck is wearing a Jon Burr mask. It is much like the Mission Impossible masks.
It's Face Off 2.
It is Face Off 2. So Jon Burr was just making his way down the steps. He is now in the basement. This was a surprise. Again, we will share this through social media and probably a video with our Patreon supporters.
And nightmares for the rest of your life.
So Chuck is here. John is now seated. What the mask Chuck is wearing, he looks like the GoldenEye video game version of Jon Burr.
Yeah.
It's a what is that? It's like a hose that you've printed.
You can't see his lips move. It's like a Allen Iverson sleeve, like a neoprene.
Yeah, okay.
That they printed Burr's face on, and then you just slide it over your head like a bank robber going in to do a job.
This is more disturbing. It's something. It's like a little Buffalo Bill. You're wearing a face.
Yeah.
You're wearing a skin over your face.
Yeah.
I want to cut your face off your face.
Yeah.
And put your face on my face.
What was that Scarlett Johansson alien movie?
Under the skin.
Lost in translation.
Under the skin. Yeah, actually, when he whispers,
both works.
When Bill Murray whispers, he says, "I am an alien."
I was too busy fondling myself to write the title down. Wow. There was somebody in our croissant questionnaire asked us to do impressions of each other. I think Chuck has won.
I think I won. This is a great mask. I was going to be Burr for Halloween. That's this whole thing. But it's impossible. I need a better photo of you for this.
You can say fat.
What you are right now is the most scary thing I've ever. I mean, you're wearing like a hoodie. You're wearing a bright orange. I'm a redneck hunter.
Construction.
Oh,
beanie.
or a construction beanie,
or something Justin Timberlake would wear on his album cover.
right?
Yeah.
But with this
JT.
this fake mask, I can't.
Is it centered?
It honestly has approached the uncanny valley.
Is it?
It's really freaky. It's perfectly centered.
I love it.
I am distracted.
It has my constant resting frown face.
You kind of.
I've grown to realize that I wake up frowning.
What's great is my beard fills in the jowls that John usually.
So it actually the mask looked exactly like John before it got stretched out over Chuck's face.
Now it is like a distorted.
Chuck does have the world's biggest head.
My head.
You just look like a NPC from a video game.
Yeah, I do.
It's really
the Bond GoldenEye analogy was there.
I'm the guy.
Oddjob.
I'm at a pawn shop in Dead Redemption 2.
I will say,
by the way, Oddjob illegal in house rules. Everyone,
you can't use
cannot use Oddjob. Too small.
Yeah, that's not. That's
hard
not
to
fair.
hit.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I was staring at a lot of the
Can
characters.
we talk about it?
Let's talk about it a little bit. We haven't done our breakfast yet. Red Dead Redemption 2. So like I was staring at a lot of the characters, and I'm like, these guys they're pretty realistic looking. And then I'm like, there's some really funny looking dudes. I thought like the faces, there's so many like blemishes that I'm like, is that just like a 19th century thing?
And then you looked in the mirror.
No. Then I started like looking. Then I started looking at people all the time, and I was like, oh yeah, this is just what people look like. I don't normally look at them that closely on my television while
you got to get out of the dungeon a little more, man. People are blemished.
People are. What did you want to talk about Red Dead 2?
I mean, it's awful.
No, I love it. It's great.
They took the time to get taut wintertime horse ball skin.
Yeah.
And yet you die stepping off of the front porch half the time.
You just got to be better at it.
The Old West was hard, John.
I mean, so we had like a bunch of guys over. These are all, old gamers and stuff. You would play Grand Theft Auto, you'd pass that controller around for hours, days.
Yeah.
You'd lose it all. It doesn't make it 25, 30 minutes because you just die in stupid ways constantly.
I'm blaming your friends, John.
Get better at esports.
I fell off a ladder on my first day, and I was embarrassed. Since then, I think I've gotten the hang of it. I do like they fixed the. I thought the voice acting was atrocious on the last one. Like
still kind of bad.
At least there's like moments of actual humor and not just like corny. We're making a joke you see coming a mile away type thing. I don't know. Did you do the cut scene where you get drunk with Lenny?
I think you're just kind of settling, man, in all respects.
No, man. Like Red Dead Redemption 1, maybe my favorite video game, and I thought like all the cutscenes were interminable. Like this is my favorite game, despite the fact that it's hard to watch. The cutscenes are still interminable. Whenever you're,
I'm about to say, what are you talking about? Whenever so long.
Whenever you're galloping,
you're living
and
one,
and you're talking. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, the worst. It's like that's the worst experience.
It really is.
I keep trying to like shoot Hitler, like kill the bad guy before he becomes the bad guy.
Well, so I will say I have accidentally killed people who have names. Like you kill people and it's like, oh, stranger, bounty hunter. You're like, cool, I'm allowed to kill these people.
Do not let your friends play the game and then save unless you want to be known as the man who ruined the West.
Right. So like I was stealing a shotgun, and then someone came running after me, and I'm like, I don't want to kill this guy. I feel bad because I did steal his shotgun. Right. So I just punched him in the face, and it's like, you killed Nate. I'm like, oh no!
You can kill people so easily.
Poor Nate. What did he do?
I was like,
quit looking at me.
I was like, that guy had a name. I feel terrible. Like as long as it says Lemoyne Raider, I'm like, oh cool, he's racist. I'm allowed to shoot him. Anyway,
all right.
We need to do a bonus. I want to do a bonus episode with just
Chuck. I missed your birthday, so I have your birthday gift.
Oh, happy birthday, Chuck!
Shoeless steak sauce.
That's not all.
Oh, dang!
Baconettes.
We got some chicharrones, some pork cracklings here.
Yeah,
this might be my breakfast.
That is a good. Well, I was saying we need to get to breakfast.
Yeah.
Have you had one, or is it going to be?
It's going to be pork skins.
Baconette.
This 9 a.m. Call time for podcasting is for the birds.
9:45, guys.
Oh, okay.
It would be nice to not be in I like that Nashville's rush hour lasts later because all the lazy musicians who had to get jobs are all.
Well, no, it's really
work.
funny. So, honestly, Nashville rush hour, it's like 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Yeah,
like everyone's cutting out.
Yeah,
like
it's the laziest rush hour.
Like
ever.
when you're like, oh, I got to drive somewhere at 5:30. It's not that crowded. No. Everyone left work at 4.
It's true. The whole city's a mess now.
Yeah.
I loved it. We used to be able to drive to Keith's house in no time. Now I gotta hike across a, weird car wasteland. Is it weird watching yourself talk, John?
It's so weird because there's no mouth hole.
Because you both are looking at me.
I just can't believe how long you've been wearing
it. It actually sounds fine. Picture. We can't tell that you're wearing a mask.
So it's not
very
muffled?
good.
Actually, I think you're enunciating even better. Somehow it's holding your lips farther apart.
Yeah, my cheeks don't have a chance to get in front of my lips.
It's a compression sleeve for your face.
Anyway, this needs to be on video. It's kind of lost otherwise. Yeah. John, did you have a breakfast?
Let's see. I've had magnesium pills, prednisone, and then to combat the keto flu.
Yeah.
Which I no longer have. I'm 2 days without it.
What the hell are you talking about, keto flu?
When you do the keto diet, you get the keto flu. Where you
is it like the real flu where you can't get out of bed and you have to shake?
It's pretty bad. It's miserable how addicted to sugar and carbs I guess I was. But I put this hilarious squirt of this electrolyte stuff called Mio in my drink.
I love that stuff.
Well, it supposedly helps with the keto flu, and I've been using it.
My Dios mio.
But yeah, Dios mio, man. Liam and me. But yeah, I've been drinking that for breakfast, and it's been helping a little bit.
Yeah.
And then apparently there are all kinds of vitamins I can't get on my super healthy pork rinds and beef diet that I'm on.
So you're like 10 days in now, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I finally, and I feel pretty good.
So how's that going? Okay.
Well, you still look awful.
Yeah, you look
terrible.
You look like you've taken a neoprene sleeve of yourself and pulled it over your own face.
I worked an old-timey prohibition party. I got paid to host this after-hours prohibition party. It ended about... I'm gonna go with 2.5 hours ago.
Awesome,
nice.
So I feel crazy. It wasn't nice. It was awful.
Was there people like bootlegging stuff? Like
it was all cosplayed out. All the girls were flappers, and all the guys were just guys.
Great, Gatsby. That's what everyone in East Nashville looks like.
No one was wearing the assassin mask from Boardwalk Empire.
Why were all the holiday parties last night?
I don't get it.
I don't know.
It was a Wednesday night.
Cheaper. I actually went to a party on Wednesday night last night.
What?
I did.
Keith went to a party.
It must have been AIDS related, or
okay.
You know what I did last night?
Well,
I saw Bun B, the trilogy of UGK. If all those letters mean nothing to you, we probably don't have much to talk about musically.
Chuck sure did cooler stuff than we did. Christ, cross.
I went to Exit In and I saw the one and only Bun B, the trillist of, if you don't know, it's the big song he's probably been in. If you're just like a casual rap fan, is Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z and international players.
What was the word they spell at the end of that? I never knew. It was like Big Pimpin' on B-L-A Blaze.
B-L-A-D's Blades.
That's not how you spell Blades.
That's not how you spell Blades.
So why did he spell it then?
Because it's
couldn't find that rhyme, huh?
Well, you gotta be,
Poetic license?
That's what it is.
I guess Escalades didn't exist yet. They couldn't have said Escalades.
Go read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch, and step up your vocab.
to misspell words.
It's the vocab. It's in the song, man.
You're gonna tell me to go read a book to learn how to misspell words.
That's what Bun B would tell you.
Got it.
And then he'd slap you around because he's 6'6" and huge.
Whoa.
So after my going out last night, woke up, my breakfast. I actually I had some eggs and a glass of milk. Mm-hmm. I felt my urine's not the right color.
Say what?
Well, so like very dehydrated.
Right.
But the
You
boy,
need
the 4-year-old goes into to the potty and he goes, "Mommy, the potty's orange." And she's like, "Yeah, your daddy needs to take care of his body.
Dad been staying up
she's
late.
like, your dad needs to hydrate."
Sounds like liver failure.
It could
Christ.
be. Could be some of that. But anyway,
Chuck's still wearing the mask, man.
Oh, he's not. I think it's going to be weird if he shows his lips at this point.
It's bothering me, but it also feels like I'm wearing like like you wear a rag around your head so that your hair stays down when you get a perm.
No. God, Chuck, you're teaching me about spelling, hair care.
Those were our breakfasts. Let's move on to our breakfast in bed apologies. This is our chance to make right what we might have gotten wrong on any previous episode. It is frequently, the first time we talk about the NBA, which this podcast ostensibly is about.
Why are holiday parties
on a Wednesday night cheaper? You get a cheaper rate.
And why do holiday parties have to take up the entirety of December? I've been to 3 already.
Oh, because you're popular. And you're like a real citizen. Yeah, what I do is sneak out of all those. Nobody invites me to anything anymore. I'm an outcast. None of my friends like me.
You're not an outcast. You're just a pothead.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, holiday parties are terrible.
You also announced to us you've quit responding to texts.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with your
I don't answer.
Put the bong down, Bun.
Hey, Bun.
Apologies, gentlemen. I'll go first. Last week during the game of scones, we were picking the worst shooters in the NBA. Players who shot worse than the Boston Celtics foursome of Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, and Terry Rozier. Chuck guessed Emmanuel Mudiay, and I said, no, he didn't have enough attempts. I was actually completely wrong. I realized it soon afterwards. Emmanuel Mudiay shooting totally fine this season, 46.8% from the field. And 35.8% from three. Totally respectable numbers. So I apologize, Emmanuel Mudiay, for just continuing some misinformation. Yes, his career shooting numbers are terrible, but I was wrong there, and I'm sorry, Emmanuel Mudiay, and our listeners for getting that factually incorrect.
It's hard to talk about anyone on the Knicks because the variance is out of control now.
Oh,
each day someone is the savior, someone is the Frankie Smokes is great now. Frankie Smokes is the worst player ever played. Trey Burke probably should start the rest of the year. Trey Burke is dead.
Well, and for fantasy, it's like, I got to get Alonzo Trier. He's killing it. Wait a minute, Damian Dotson
played me right to my face.
Played like 36 minutes.
My fantasy team is just different Knicks every day.
I don't know how you. And there's something weird about the NBA's schedule, where the Knicks are playing on like every other weird day. They're always playing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm like, I got to pick up Kevin Knox again and hope he gets playing time this time.
Kevin Knox scored like 28 the other night.
He had a huge game after
he just
Fizdale
shoots threes.
I do love that the Knicks fans are understanding. I've gotten a few comments like, you guys maybe were right about Fizdale. He just says what you want to hear.
Dude.
He's just grasping at straws.
Dude.
He even announced...
He's got a garbage roster, and his best player is not on the court. What's he going to do?
Fizdale
he's
is
gotta,
a fool.
He's got to create.
Even if your roster is terrible, you don't play. All right, this game, Damian Dotson, Alonzo Trier, you guys are playing 35 minutes.